Here is the final build that I've now produced. So you can see that I talked about earlier, the cooler which has been installed here, and I put onto these brackets here. You can see just on the underside there is the solid state drive, which has been screwed in on the top of this drive rack, and then you've got the SATA hard drive, which has also been put into these orange mounts have been put onto the side and then screwed into the available holes to be able to be screwed into the rack. So around the other side is actually the connectors, and we describe connectors such as the SATA connectors, so one for data and one for power. So there are two different kinds of cables that are going into the back of the hard drive here of the SATA and the solid state hard drive. You can see down here is the power supply, and you've got various connectors here. So like here is the audio, this is for the USB 3, these cables here, and you've got the power here. This was quite tricky to do because you have some very thin and very small parts that you're trying to attach to the motherboard to supply power to various LEDs, or LED being light emitting diodes, those kinds of displays that you can see up on your, or the lights that are around on the computer. So it's quite tricky because you can see there are other ports here. So here we've got our SATA, connectors there. So that's for the data on the motherboard, and the data connection will allow obviously that to be managed. So overall it's been quite a big job, but I've learnt an awful lot. You can just see here is the DVD drive, which I had to bring in from the front here. So from the front, that had to be slid into here after taking out one of these plastic parts. So by sliding that in, it gets screwed in with these two screws here, and then there's another one on the other side. So there is my finished build, and hopefully we get to see that it works.